2016 was a somewhat strange but incredible season for us at Snowmobiler Television. Our season got off to a great start with a recap of the 2016 sleds. There were a lot of new models for us to review along with the OEMs. Each summer gives us time to reflect on the new models we see in the spring and then get ready to ride the following winter. At the start of winter, we were off to Duluth for the start of the ISOC Snowcross season in November. The event was incredible as ISOC runs high-energy events. While there, we caught up with Canadian racers who've made the long haul to compete at this kickoff to the season.
It's always nice to come here. Everyone's really anxious when we get to Duluth, so it sets the tone for the year, I guess you could say, before we start our attack on the CSRA series. Everyone down here rides at such a high level in the pro class that it really kind of starts you out with a little bit faster pace, I guess you could say. So it's nice to do that, and it's always nice to represent Canada down here.
As part of that trip, we also stopped in at the Top of the Lakes Museum in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Inside the museum, we were simply wowed by the collection that has everything from all eras of this sport. Vintage prototypes, rare race sleds, popular family sleds, memorabilia, it was all there under one roof.
We have 156 displays, 122 snowmobiles, and 51 of those snowmobiles are 1968 and older.
When winter officially arrived, it did so with a very hesitant manner. Many regions we traditionally ride in were struggling for snow, and that meant we were on the road to find snow ourselves. The one place we always find snow, and lots of it, is Revelstoke, British Columbia. Our crew has been there year after year and has always delivered lots of the white gold. The depth of snow in this area of BC is always mind-boggling.
On a nice, beautiful day right after it's done snowing, it's such deep powder, and there's so much that if you stop, you have to crawl out. And but it's very smooth, very nice, and there are groomed trails at the hill. But when you get into the backcountry and in between the trees, it gets pretty dicey and lots of deep snow, and it's a lot of fun.
It's great. I mean, back home there's hardly any snow. It's totally different riding. Here the machines are different, the trails are different, the terrain's different than back in Ontario. So it's night and day difference between the two.
End of the day or low.
One trip to BC is always a treasure thing for our crew, but the opportunity to go back again was stellar. We were invited to join our friends at the British Columbia Snowmobile Federation for their 50th anniversary commemorative ride.
So the fact that we can pull off a ride like this, starting from Kamloops and up to Wells, Barkerville and back, is a great culmination of the effort of a lot of clubs, a lot of people, a lot of volunteer time. And again, it would not have happened if we weren't able to put both associations together to make it happen.
Most riding in BC is in one spot for the day, but this was a town-to-town ride spanning 9 days on the historic Gold Rush Trail. I thought it was. Along with the great friendships we developed on this ride, we also experienced a snowmobile convoy ride down the main street of historic gold mine town.
You're coming to a place with 154 years of history on 154 horses of power. Welcome to Barkerville.
In the east, where snow was not cooperating, we were there working alongside club volunteers who were trying to get the trails ready to open.
What's that?
I can get some mud on that sled if you'd like.
Hi, Muddy Phil. We're here on behalf of the Snowcrest riders, trying to break some trail open, brush the trail, and pack it down. It's been a tough year for these guys. There hasn't been a lot of snow and or frost to get in the ground. There is a ton of work, especially this year. This has been the toughest year for the clubs, and I'm sure every one of the clubs will tell you the same thing. Lack of snow, lack of frost is a killer for these guys, and they're out there every day busting their humps to get this trails open for us to ride. So the volunteers are what make this sport go.
Throughout the season, we rode our 2016 fleet of sleds, and we also got some Alka suspension work done courtesy of our friend John Sherrard at Accelerated Technologies. John was great at explaining how to properly set up your sled and make the proper adjustments to suit your riding style. The Alka Stage 4 kit he put on our Arctic was a real hit with our riders.
Good job, Phil.
The 2016 season of STV had a lot of great moments, from the powder to the trails and onto the racetrack, and now we are ready for 2017. Let's ride.